What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy SeductiveRhino back at it again with another Mastering the Molly series. And for today's episode, what we're going to be mastering for today is Ascent. Not typically known as Brimstone's best map. However, I have found Molly lineups in order to make him quite successful on this. So if you're a new viewer who has found my channel, welcome. And for anybody else who is returning or my current subs, appreciate it and welcome back. For all of those Brimstone 1 tricks, welcome back. And for the people who just want me to go ahead and just shut the hell up and show you some lineups because you're in a game and you're trying to clutch, Rhino, shut the hell up. Let's get started. All right, so what we're gonna do for today is I'm gonna show you some cool mollies for some of the common locations as well as some specialty ones. So let's just get started with the default location. So for right here, that is probably the most common spot. The most generic and default lineup location is what you're gonna do is you're gonna get into this box. You're gonna use this as your indicator, and the little line where your HUD comes off, right where the corner of this little doohickey, whatever the hell you want to call that, go right over there. Molly. Fire, and this is gonna land relatively quick. It's generating. Now, you're saying, Rhino, what happens if I get flanked all the time? Well, don't worry. I got some mollies for you. The second location I wanted to show you for this, right here. You're going to go actually into wine, go into this corner. You're going to use this part as your indicator. Just line up the tip of your molly. Molly. And fire. And this one's also going to land in here. Now you're probably saying to yourself, well, Rhino, that's super cool. Well, what happens if I wanted to look super cool for all of my friends and family and just end up on TikTok? Well, have no fear. I have you. So what you're going to do is you're going to plant in the default location. You're going to have your gecko do it, or whoever decides to plant the bomb. Usually, I like to take the bomb and get my alt points up. And then I will come back into mid. Right here. And I will line myself up into this location using this as my indicator. The little curve part, what I do is I like to line it up right where the corner is. Molly. And fire. This one is actually my personal favorite, and this gives you a little bit of flexibility and lands super quick. And the reason why I like that one so much is because a lot of players, what they'll do is when they see a molly lineup, usually they'll come through here, and they will check both angles, and they'll notice you're not here. So this actually gives you a little bit of flexibility to do a late lurk, especially if you have your alt, because, fun fact, 7.5 seconds for every molly. So you can either kind of go through here, or this actually gives you the flexibility of going up catwalk as well. And speaking of catwalk, the next lineup location that I'd love to be able to show you guys is actually right on here. Right here in Pop Dog. And what you're going to do is you're going to go into Cubby, and using the corner right here and here as your indicator, what you're going to do is you're actually just going to line up this circle of your smoke, kind of like a little crosshair right here. Molly! And that's going to go right here. Bounce off the top. Land right there. The next molly I kind of want to show you for this. This actually works out a little bit better when it's planted right here. Right here. So I will go ahead and show you that one as well. So got the spike. If you have a little bit of time and you're in a like 1v1 or a 1vx and you can kind of plant it from over there, it doesn't really matter how you like to do it. So you can either go through tree room or you can just pop through here. I like coming right here and then using the space between whatever floating pillar thing this is in right here. Just line it up right in the middle. Molly. Fire. This one's going to do a little double bounce, and it's going to land off to the side. And one of the best reasons why I like this one personally is because it gives you a little bit more flexibility of using heaven as cover. You can kind of also plant it off to the side as well. And it does actually cover a little bit of the default location for Gen, just a little bit more forgiving if you plant it to the right side if you have that opportunity. And then the second common location is going to be right here. You're going to say to yourself, oh man, I love that location. How many lineups do you have for this? Honestly, 1. All right, this one's going to be super easy for you guys. Right here. Go up into your default location, aim at this rock right here. Molly. Bend it. Gonna land right on top of that box and fly all the way through. And the third location in my actual favorite is right here. I only know a couple, but for the two that I do have, this gives you so much room in order to be able to play different locations, isolate 2 different 1v1s, or even catch your enemies by surprise. So I usually plant right here, go into this corner. And then what I do is I like to line up my little HUD indicator right in between these two. Molly. And fire. And that's going to go ahead and land right there. The second location is actually
Right
in
here.
market. So this one takes a heck of a lot of prep time,
Right here.
and it works way
Right
better
here.
with your ult. But if you can manage to pull this off, this one's going to look super cool. I'm actually going to post a clip at the end of this video with a Josh Secchi YouTube clip of where this actually works. So please, if you like the video right now, reminder, go ahead, drop a like, leave a comment, and, you know, just show your boy subscribe, you know, because we're pretty cool over here at the SeductiveRhino, all right? The second one that we're going to be able to do is
Right
same
here.
location over here. Now, there's these little things, I don't even know, in the pillar that you would have to use. So just, you'd have to use your imagination, just because I use high graphic settings, and this is all based off of video settings. So just be aware I'm using the higher settings. So these like little dots right here, imagine one right in between here, kind of covered up by this moss or leaves or whatever the hell this is. Line up the top of your smoke indicator,
Molly.
and gonna land right there. And what that is going to be able to do is, just because it's going to look like it's coming from the same location as your cat, what I typically like to do is I like to go up through CT spawn and then make my way through here. And usually a lot of people are checking cat. They really don't see this one coming. So this gives you so many options in order to take this. And if you decide that you somehow miraculously can get up through here, or you get everybody, you kill everybody, I can't, because my aim is dog sometimes. Or you make it through, or you make it through tree.
Right here.
Another location is you can go up to CT, and then what you're going to do is use this as your indicator, and the tip of the molly icon right here,
Molly.
and fire. And again, you just do it from a third location. The last plant location and molly lineup that I have is actually right over here.
Spike drops.
Again, this is a very unique, but sometimes very useful in order to be able to have. This one is actually going to be into the tree room. You line yourself up into here. You find the free space in between this light bulb,
Molly.
and you fire. And what this is going to do is going to bounce in the inside of Jen. Bounce. And bounce out, which is really cool. And if you have an Odin or anything else, pretty much really, because this is very spammable, you can just go ahead and ask your teammates to ping for you on the map, and you can just spam them down. All right, so that is all of the locations that I have for the A-bomb site. The next few that I'd like to be able to show you is 2 defensive lineups location. Now, my personal favorite place to play Brim and Clove. You can also see the same radius as Brim, but I think Brim just has so much more versatility and denial for any rushes that I think he's just a better character on here. So the first one that I want to be able to show you is you're going to go back into this corner towards spawn. And what I do is I line up the diamond right towards the end of this pillar. What this is going to do is this is going to go up, bounce here, and deny all of the A main stuff. So usually when you hear Sova drones, a lot of people will follow in right after. So this is going to be able to either split some of the attackers that are coming in, or it'll actually might just get you a cheeky kill.
Joke's over. You're dead. Molly. Stim beacon down.
Oh.
Nowhere to run!
Hey,
planted.
my ult's ready. Open up the sky. Launching smoke.
Oh, 3. I'm just gonna full stick. You get them all.
There's probably main. Main.
Oh.
You can trust my boss.
And from here as well, you can actually do a lane denial molly as well. So what you're going to do is hop onto the box. You're going to use this as kind of your indicator. Hit your molly up right over here. That one's also pretty forgiving, so you don't need to use it to kind of get in that location. And it's going to bounce 2 times and land. And from the B side, this is really cool because they have to make a decision of either taking a ass load of damage trying to run through here, or this kind of leaves them out into the open where they're susceptible to spam. Or they can go into here if they want, but that really isolates the locations that they can go. So for the B side, some of the primary locations, obviously you're going to have your default location. Now, the 2 locations that I have for this is you're going to go into the garage, you're going to use this tree. So line
Right
yourself
here.
up into here. Line up with this beam and the tree.
Molly.
And fire. This is going to get more of the backside, but it also goes through the box and you're going to be able to get the bomb as well. So if a lot of your teammates like to plant, make sure that they're planting more towards like inside of the box than anything else. Another location that you can also do as well is if you wanted to go further back and you didn't want to be caught off from the garage, what you can do is I use this kind of as my guide right here. So you can either use this, but I personally use here, just right where this little rectangle is, right? If you were to make kind of a corner,
Molly.
or just anywhere in that open space, really, you just fire that, and the molly will land. That one takes a little bit longer as well, and it
Got
kind of
the
puts you
spike.
out. So you can definitely do that one if you're a little more nervous, but a lot of people like to play, like once they get into sight, they usually play in sight. So this just gives you a lot of room, and your team's probably going to be fighting for time anyway, so that just keeps you a little bit more secure, so you're not dead, and you're able to do that lineup. The next few that I want to be able to show you is actually right in here. Now this one is going to be plant dependent, and again, if you haven't already, please go ahead and watch my Mastering the Molly edition for Vine when I was talking about planting and kind of how, like, if you plant into certain locations, it reduces the radius. So this one actually is going to be
Spike
for right
dropped.
here, but you need to plant into the box. So for this one, I'm going to kill myself. So you're going to plant into the box. That's
Right here.
What I like to do is you can go from
Right
here
here.
or here, and this, you're going to use this kind of where this intersects as your indicator, and all you're going to do is you're just going to line the line across from your molly and your smoke, and you're going to fire. And the reason why is because when this does land, it goes all the way down, but as you notice, it's invisible. So just need to be kind of aware, because if you do plant on the outside, sometimes they can get like a cheeky diffuse, because that does miss. But that one is also my personal favorite, just because it
Right here.
denies a lot of lane too, so you can take a lot of favorable ones. The other side that you can do, so instead of here,
Right here.
you just park it up over here. Literally same indicator, same spot,
Molly.
just different location, and you can bounce out. And this one will actually go all the way through, and you don't need to do that. But as far as the molly and getting some of the reactions or whatever, that's just my personal favorite. So we got a couple for the default location, and the next one that's pretty popular is right here. And for this, I only have one. I'm sure that there's more. If there are more, go watch their videos.
Right here.
Us Brimstone One Tricks, we got to stick together. Brimtricks. Us Brimstone One Tricks, we got to stay together. So if you do see anything, maybe I can add it into a different video, or I can use it in a highlight video. But for now, this is the one that I know. What
Right
you're gonna
here.
do is, if you get it into that corner, you're gonna use this X as kind of an indicator, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna walk yourself right into the middle of this, and then using the bottom right hand corner of this window, all you're gonna do is you're gonna take the left top tip of your box for your mouse HUD,
Molly.
fire, and what this is going to do is it's going to hit the wall and right over here. And the great thing about this molly and this bomb plan is that if they do tap, this is a lot of space that they have to go through. So usually you're good for a kill. If not, you're doing tons of damage, doing absolute tons of damage. As far as any of the other locations, like on here, not really too sure, but a couple of cheeky ones that you can do is actually going to be right here. And this one is if you're feeling a little spicy and you want to either go through market
Right
or you
here.
want to go through spawn. I always think it's pretty good in order to be able to have lineup locations from those. So one is going to be from pizza. This also is a Perry / Calvin one. This one is actually Calvin, and then the other one that I will show you is actually over
here.
here in this. So shout out to those two, as well as Zeal. I forgot him last time, but Zeal, you're amazing as well, so just kudos to you guys. So for this lineup location, there is you're gonna plan over there, you're gonna hop up onto pizza, and then all you're gonna do is you're gonna take your molly, and then you're gonna kind of like use this as your reference and just kind of just use it as a U shape. It's very forgiving, so don't get like
Molly.
too hung up on it, but as long as you have your molly kind of like in that U shape, what it's going to do is bounce off the roof, the wall, bounce right here. One thing I do have to mention with this one and the other one that I'm going to show you is that these ones do take a heck of a lot of time, so just be aware. So if you wanted to do another one, you can go through spawn, pop up into here. Again, this is video dependent, video settings dependent. You're going to look for this leaf and where this hole is.
Molly.
And this one is super forgiving as well, just because when you have your ult and you want to be able to fire this molly, sometimes your like visual cues will get like kind of thrown off because you're doing alts. So for example, you made it all the way through market, you hear an early tap, you're going through here, you hop up onto pizza and you lose your visual indicator, which this one is nice, but sometimes it's always nice to be able to have that reference. So me personally, I just like this one
Right here.
over here, but just a couple of different ways that you can do the same lineup. So anyways, guys, I appreciate you stopping by my YouTube channel. Again, if you are a new person, if you could just drop a sub, and if you're a returning member, just show some love in the comments and drop a like on this video. And if you guys like this type of content of Mastering the Mollies edition, go ahead and just leave your thoughts in a comment down below. And if there's anything that you want to be able to see as far as highlights, let me know, and I would gladly make some content creations for you. But for all my Brimstone 1 tricks, or for some of the people that just wanted me to shut the hell up, I appreciate you. Much love, and hopefully that these lineups are going to give you that edge in order to clutch up for your team and win you the game. Peace.